Hey, I didn't see you there. Hi. I assume you're wondering why I'm here. Well, like you, I'm a little concerned with the development and time frame of this game. Don't believe me? Go check out my first video. Okay, but why am I here? Well, after the horrid mess that was the December delay and complete public silence for 6 months, they finally decided to start working on an update for the state of the game. And, acting like the sellout that I am, I offered to cover it for them. And I gotta tell ya, they fell for it hook, line, and sinker. That's right, I convinced Accidental Studios to give me full access to insider intel and complete creative control over this video. Are they stupid? Who cares? I'm in control of this one now, and I'm here to answer all your burning questions and maybe even a few that you hadn't even thought to ask. Now, when they first approached me, I'll admit I was a little hesitant, specifically about the not getting paid part, but looking back, I'm fine with it. It means that as an impartial third party, you know that I'm being 100% honest with you. And if I'm gonna be that transparent, that also means I'll be covering both good and bad news here, so please buckle in. At least, that's how it was supposed to go. What I am about to tell you is knowledge that has been said publicly in their own Discord and through a cute little blog post they made on their website. I actually had a full edited video ready to go out more than a month ago on July 23rd. This video was based on an internal Accidental Studios meeting that I had with two people, Sven and Jerry. Sven is the main developer, Jerry is head of operations, and Sven's right-hand man. Everything I covered in that video would have been based on that meeting. The video was actually almost a joint effort between Accidental and me. It was even going on their official channel. Think of it like a partnered science project, but I'm doing most of the work, and Sven is watching from somewhere with binoculars and a one-way telephone. Anyway, I sent off the completed video to Sven. In fact, I sent the script for it weeks before that in an effort to make sure this video was completely accurate to what he told me. It's also crucial to note that the other social team members and I assured the community that the video would be released before the end of July. Sven knew this, but suddenly, there are issues. The script apparently was only run by their lawyers in the last week of July. This is important because even though this is a work of journalism, lying could lead to defamation. Now, I was working entirely off of what Sven had told me. Before I even started work on the video, he had greenlit the script. I have not the slightest clue why he waited so long to show his lawyers. That's like forgetting to tell the teacher about the topic of the project, the only job I gave you, until the very last week of it. Nevertheless, I did everything they asked. Change it to the script? Fine, there. Edit out some explanations? Sure, I'll do it. Whatever it takes to make sure we hit July 31st with a video. My name's attached to it now. I did not want to become part of this cycle of dishonesty and delays. July 31st rolls around. The only thing I was waiting on was a voiceover from Sven and a few gameplay shots he had still yet to give me for the trailer I made for them. Later that morning, he sends the gameplay, I finished all the edits he wants, and now I just need his voiceover. I contacted him about it, and it took several hours and messages before he finally replied. He tells me that he needs to now run it by the publishers. That's right, on the due date of the assignment, he forgot to tell his ma and pa about this dangerous project. Now, I completely understand having to run something by publishers, but really, waiting until the day of to tell me you need consent? That's not a publisher issue, that's a communication issue. To avoid legal complications, the video, which would have explained all the delays, now has to be delayed. He takes this opportunity to ping everyone, all 12,000 people in his community Discord, in the general chat, to tell them about a delay that 90% of them didn't even know was happening. I'm sure you can guess how that went. He assures me, and the entire community for that matter, that despite the setback, the video will be out in 2 to 3 days. The shitstorm that ensued was almost unheard of, and I guess if you weren't in the Discord, you probably didn't hear of it. One of the other developers, Dave, actually saved some face and dropped some raw gameplay. This works really well to turn the tide of the narrative. but it doesn't last. Accidental Studios was also preparing a blog post to accompany my video that outlined everything that happened in a more professional and corporate manner.
Okay, I'll tell you why I want to destroy
Subliminal's publishers.
but I'll only tell you once. Want to hear it?
All right.
If I need your body, I'll fucking...
But since the server's on fire and the video's not coming out on time, they opted to drop the blog post on the 31st anyway. Let's go through it, shall we? I'm not reading the whole thing, it's boring and it's a lot, so let's just hit the highlights.
What the fuck is this?
So, the blog post, the sacred scroll. This is supposed to clear everything up. So, let's get to it. We're excited to finally bring some much needed clarity and momentum back into the conversation. Clarity, finally. I mean, it only took 8 months, a riot in the Discord, and a tiny YouTuber hijacking your comms team, but I digress. They move on to the December release. Alright, so apparently that whole Christmas release thing, and I'm talking to you guys who weren't paying for their Patreon. Yeah, that was never actually supposed to be the full game. Surprise! What they meant to do was drop a tiny piece of the game, like a demo or a teaser or a crumb of content, but just forgot to mention it publicly. Oops. Now, apparently there were also funding issues. Now, hold the pitchforks. I know, it sounds like another cop-out, but that funding part is actually real, from what I've been told at least, and contributed to those delays. And look, I'm not here to try to clown on struggling devs, but when your response to a missed deadline is the Christmas bells explanation, maybe that's a sign you're not doing this communication thing right. And then we get the real news. Subliminal is now, wait for it, an episodic game.
Let's not get episodic, okay? Old timer?
How very unique of you. It's not like you've spent the last 3 years advertising a full game. They're calling it Episode 1, which will now cost $10 and release this year. We're promised that Episode 2 is coming, eventually, someday, not now, not soon, but it exists. It's out there, floating in the void of pre-production. They even admit that they're not ready to talk about pricing, content, or structure. Additionally, the Patreon people who already got Steam keys, they'll get Episode 1 for free. It's pretty good, actually.
You made my day great, bro. Like, really.
You made my day great.
Nah, bro, you made my day great.
You made my day great.
No, you made my...
What about future episodes? Well, they say yes here, but they also detail how they are gonna have to figure it out with Steam because they've run out of keys. So, are Patreons getting Episode 2? Who knows? Pay again? Maybe. Get another key? We'll see. It's like a mystery box of monetization. So why go episodic at all? According to them, it's to avoid burnout, preserve quality, and release sooner, which sounds reasonable until you remember this is the same team that missed their last release window by 8 months and only admitted it publicly after I dropped my video. The truth? This episodic format is a band-aid on a broken pipeline. It's a scope collapse wearing a fake mustache. And it makes sense. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because you deserve to know what kind of product you're being asked to invest in. Also, Episode 1 is 95% done. Why would you say that? People will hold you to it. I will hold you to it. They're also planning to start marketing back up soon in a second phase of playtesting. Patreon only for now, maybe public later. Which, you know what? Cool. Test your game. And then we get to the part that really made me laugh. We've partnered with Mr. Dominari, who has full creative freedom. Oh, do you mean me? The video should be ready within the next few days. Yeah, about that. The video is not out because you kept pushing it off. So if I'm your honest third party, maybe don't build the ending of your blog post around a thing you're not letting me release. But hey, at least the blog post is live. That's more than what we got in December. And that's the whole thing. But I'm not done. Let's go back to the video situation. After speaking with the publishers about our joint video, they canned it. That specific video will likely never see the light of day. Instead, they have made Sven and his team write up an entirely new script and have him voice the update video. Why would the publishers do that, you ask? Because this whole delay thing is also their fault. This isn't news, by the way. Look at the public blog post. These publishers then gave them the green light for the new script, and I agreed to instead just help them edit this new video of theirs. As of me recording this right now, the video isn't out yet, but it should be releasing at the same day that this releases. So if it is out, it'll be in the description, and if it's not out, then it's just not out. But you didn't miss a lot. Most of it is just covering the blog post info, along with inserting that trailer I made for them, except for one thing. Sven damn near takes full responsibility for all of the delays, which, I mean, a good chunk of it is his fault. But he's not alone. You see, that's why they wanted a new video, because mine was rearing and ready to out them too. These publishers are the most greedy, corporatized lowlives I've seen in a long time. Here, I'll put them on screen for you, don't worry. Fuck the publishers. Sven isn't innocent either. He lets them drag his sorry ass around and then thanks them for their hospitality afterwards. Not only that, but this new revised video of theirs that they wanted, Sven only got me the voiceover for it 5 days before the end of August. 5 days to edit this video for him, a video that's not even barely mine anymore. After a whole month of redoing this video and having the script rather early, he waited and ignored pleas to get it done. But if you ask anyone else on that team what Sven's biggest issue is, they'll be honest and let you know: bad time management and communication. And I 1000% agree. But the issue with everyone on that team is that they chalk it up to old Sven being Sven. Sorry, but time management and communication have to be rather important things to nail down when taking on a project like this. It just frustrates me to no end. After delaying the video a month because of his own issues, you'd think it would be different this time around, but no. Here we are again at the last minute, as if none of it matters. I wasn't even going to make this video until it had been a whole week after the original deadline I was given. And if you remember, he told everyone 2 to 3 days. Even his delay got delayed. And now it's been an entire month. I think I'm just tired right now with this game. There's just a lot here I don't personally like. I actually played the current build they have of episode 1. Alone, it's not that bad. Then I remember it took 5 years of terrible communication to make what was about 2 hours of gameplay on my end. It's not even the game they advertised on TikTok all those years ago anymore, but it's still under development, so they have time to make it work. I'm just not a huge fan of the product right now. And I didn't even cover the most recent glaring issues that came out this year. A contracted audio dev getting their pay delayed and threatening legal action, AI art being used during development and publisher advertisements, racist remarks from old mods. It's such a mess, and I don't have time to cover it here. Look, that's about all I have to say for now until episode 1 finally releases. Don't get me wrong, by the way, most of the rest of Sven's team is great. They're carrying this studio on their back, most of them without being paid. Jerry and Maddie in particular have been extremely helpful and share some of the same frustrations that I do. And look, all jokes aside, I want this game to succeed. That's why I joined up to try to help with an update video. I want indie devs to thrive. I want cool ideas to come to life. But transparency means telling the truth even when it sucks. And the truth is, Subliminal's biggest enemy isn't funding or time or scope. It's all of those things plus one more. The same thing that plagues even AAA games nowadays. Poor management. Sven, if you're listening, it's not too late. You can make something big out of this. You proved that 3 years ago when you first revealed it. You've got fans. You've got talent. Stop wasting it.